This latest version of the design includes everything from your wish list. We moved the windows in the bedroom to the side directly above the new windows going to the dining room. We kept our two windows on the side with some transoms added above. I know in an earlier version we had an elliptical rounded window on the side here, which easily could be changed out. One reason I went with a square transom as opposed to that elliptical is so that it will match the transoms above the doors. This is a 9-foot wall on the outside with a 12-foot ceiling height that we'll see later in this video clip. The windows on this wall match the roof line, which are similar to a picture that you'd shown me that you saw that you liked, and this chimney on the outside is a really nice feature that fills the space on the outside of the room as well. One big change from the earlier version is there's no step down in this room. It could easily be added, but you don't need to have it if you don't want to have it with the changes that were done in the window above. At this point, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, as opposed to a slab versus a crawl space. I think, bringing your foundation wall down 5 feet and just pouring a thin slab underneath and making that into a crawl space is going to make getting your mechanical features into this room a lot easier. Standing in the dining room, looking at the new addition, the half wall was left in next to the new kitchen island. We could easily eliminate that and finish these cabinets behind with a finished panel instead if you'd like that look better. There really isn't any need to keep a wall right next to these stools because there's no step down, which opens this up further. And I could add some columns in there to separate that entrance if you'd like, but if it was going to be straight through, I didn't see the need to add it. And if you'd like to see what this would look like with one step down, let me know and I could make those changes for you. Standing inside the room looking back, and please disregard the siding material here, but it does allow you to follow along with what that ceiling is going to do. Looking back at the kitchen this way and from this angle. The fireplace comes into the room slightly, but not terribly far. You didn't want a big footprint of the fireplace inside the room to kind of obstruct the floor space. And looking at the room in this direction, you've got a 9-foot ceiling height on the edges, and it goes up on the top to 12 feet. If you wanted to take this to a true point with a cathedral ceiling, that would be an option. You need to put something from one outside wall to the next. Another option would be to go with a scissor truss where it comes to a point underneath, almost a false interior point, where from the inside it would look like it was a standard cathedral ceiling, but there'd be a cavity left above. And the reason for that is we need some lateral support on these walls so that this wall doesn't want to fold out if there was too much weight or a big snowstorm pushing down on the roof from this direction. So you could put some framing members across from one side to the next and dress them up as if they were almost an old post and beam type look. Another option would be to flatten the ceiling out at the top in this direction. And that's just a matter of preference, and you can let me know what you prefer there as well.